Hi guys. Today we are going to be doing, part 3 of fun things to do. Yeah, part 3. So let's watch some videos. And I'll move myself down here. Wait, no. I don't care about any of them. FNAF, yes. FNAF. I spelled it wrong. I'm so dumb. Let's do this.
Let's get one thing out of the way. These animatronics are possessed by the spirits of the kids William Afton killed back in the 80s. They've taken many lives in their time, some even on screen, and attempted to do the same to Abby. When she bonds with them, they encourage her to join them. With Freddy.
Let's actually watch FNAF normal. And let's watch this.
Time to clock in. The first day at a new job can be daunting, anxiety-inducing, and downright terrifying. Fazbear Entertainment is different. We are invested in you. At a Fazbear location, you are given the opportunity to find your lane. What interests you? Customer service? Technical support? Safety and security? Game testing?
By the way, this box up my screen too. Not just yours, mine as well.
Perhaps test driving one of our ride attractions. Maybe you are more suited to glamour and fashion with service to the stars. Try a little of everything and find what speaks to you. Whatever it may be, there's only one way to find out.
Oh. Whoa! I have chocolates. I might be done with this. Weird faces. Help wanted.
Now accepting applications.
Again, I got sick. Okay, I don't care about that. This one's good.
Five Nights at Freddy's isn't just a simple horror movie released on Halloween to scare those who've always been afraid of old animatronics. It's also an almost endless well of curiosities, many of them eerie. One of them, which few people have any idea about, is that the creepiest character in the entire franchise is set to appear in the sequel. We're talking about the Puppet, that slim puppet with pointed feet and hands like sharp claws. Extremely terrifying. And more than that, the scariest animatronic of all will also possess the soul of a child, just like all the others. And it will be a child we've seen a few times in the movie. Mike, the protagonist of the movie, has always had his life connected to children he needed to take care of, like Abby, for whom he would do anything to protect. And he knows the importance of this because in the past, he couldn't do the same for Garrett, his younger brother, who was kidnapped and murdered by the psychopath William Afton. What's interesting is that in the movie, we see Garrett several times, especially in Mike's dreams and memories, including in the final dream where he tries to get Mike to hand over Abby to the ghosts of the murdered children. And the fact is that Garrett...
Oh, really? And not at this time.
was also murdered, but we don't see him manifest in any animatronic as happened with the other ghosts, at least not in this movie. That's because the movie's director, Emma Tammy, said that all fan theories are possible in an FNAF sequel that will surely be produced soon when asked if Garrett's spirit would indeed be incorporated into the puppet. In other words, in FNAF 2, we'll have both the presence of the spine-chilling animatronic and the answer to where Mike's little brother, who was murdered many years ago, is. These were some of the curiosities you're going to discover now about the FNAF movie, which provides several almost imperceptible hints that most people who watch the movie didn't even notice. If you watched the FNAF movie in theaters and stayed for the credits, something most people don't do, you heard the final words of William Afton, the main villain of the movie. In the end, the spring Bonnie suit he was wearing crushed him from the inside out, resulting in a death of agonizing pain and intense suffering, which, let's be honest, he deserved. But in the movie itself, Afton warns that he'll always come back, and during the credits, he slowly spells out letters that form a creepy and intriguing sentence. Come find me. The question is, was that message really from William? If so, for whom? And that's where another curiosity comes in. At the end of the movie, we see that Vanessa, William's daughter, is in a coma because of everything that happened in the final showdown. If that message was really William's voice, it's definitely for Vanessa, because there's a good chance he can communicate with her while she's unconscious in the hospital and completely vulnerable. But yes, she's still alive, and he needs her to continue his macabre plans of suffering and death. But you might be wondering, how can he do that since he's dead? And that's where another curiosity comes in. It's impossible for William to have survived after being taken by the animatronics for the final showdown. But at the same time, by dying inside the spring Bonnie suit, William's spirit...
By the way, if I'm not looking at you guys, look on like tilted.
The animatronic that houses a
So yeah,
decaying
I'm just on this game.
Williams in this case, and at the same time can move freely at night to try to kill other people, maintaining the curse that haunts Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. So, most people are convinced that the voice is indeed Afton's, trying to lure his own daughter, and consequently Mike, back to the cursed place so that even after death, he can end their lives once and for all. At the same time, another thing that those who stayed until the end of the credits heard is the sound of a song playing in the background. But it's not just any song, it's the eerie music box song of the puppet itself. The same creepy puppet we talked about at the beginning. In this case, the same voice at the end of the movie saying, "Come find me," could very well be the puppet itself while playing its sinister music. That's because Vanessa, at a certain point in the movie, claims that William always hid the bodies of the children he killed inside the animatronics. And since William openly admitted to killing Garrett, it's logical to assume that the boy's body and his own spirit are trapped within some bizarre and sinister robot, the puppet. And Garrett, in a very, very eerie way, lets his brother know that he's still waiting for him to find him, even after 10 years since his brutal death. And if you heard this voice telling you to come find him, would you have the courage to go back to that pizzeria once again? If yes, comment #Freddy. If not, like me, comment #Mike. We want to see who the brave ones are here on the channel. Another interesting fact about the FNAF movie is that it wasn't planned to be just a single movie, but rather the newest franchise of modern horror films. That's because Matthew Lillard himself, who plays the villain, said in an interview before the movie was released that he was hired to make 3 FNAF movies. This means 2 things. First, FNAF will at least have a trilogy, but I honestly believe there will be more movies. And second, for sure, William Afton, in the form of Springtrap, will be in the second movie of this new franchise. After all, if Matthew appears, that's the most logical explanation. Furthermore, there was another sinister post-credit scene that most people missed. It's both scary and hints at another character we'll definitely see in FNAF 2 and maybe even FNAF 3. The taxi driver, played by YouTuber Korix Kenshin, is approached by someone knocking on his car door, and he says he's not available. Then he hears someone getting into the car, and when he looks to the side, he sees
Balloon
no
Boy.
other than Balloon Boy looking at him in a bizarre way. Just like what happened to Mike when he opened his closet. The answer to this? Yes. Balloon Boy is alive, and he's going to commit atrocities in the second FNAF movie. In fact, another cool curiosity in the movie is that Balloon Boy himself appeared in moments that most people didn't even notice. For example, on the mural of the murdered children, we see a drawing of him accompanied by the written depiction of his morbid and demonic laugh. But he's not the only one. A little to the side, we can see the Cupcake, in a much better version of itself, among the honored. And right below it is his terror companion, Chica, who's responsible for holding him when he attacks and kills his victims. Serial killers have the habit of collecting trophies from their victims. It's a sick thing that people like that tend to do to make their actions even more pleasurable. We see William himself do this in a very subtle and terrible way. We can see that Mike's brother, Garrett, always used to play with a red plane. But if you notice, in the photos where Vanessa, still young, is holding something, guess what? Exactly, the same red plane. In other words, it's safe to say that at that moment, Garrett was already dead and probably had been placed inside the puppet animatronic. His plane was the trophy William had set aside for himself and gave to his own daughter. What's even more sinister is that Abby also draws the same plane, even though she never met Garrett since she wasn't born. Seriously, that's chilling. Another interesting detail in the FNAF movie is that the name Abby is an anagram of baby, which is the name of an animatronic. The same one in which Chica tries to forcefully place Abby, which would also result in her death. Another interesting fact that most fans didn't notice is that consistently, 5 colors were always portrayed at certain moments in the movie. Right at the beginning, we see Spring Bonnie kidnapping the 5 children, who would later become ghosts, one by one. And you can see that the strategy he used involved party balloons. Now, note that the balloons have 5 colors: yellow, red, blue, purple, and green. Similarly, in the claw machine to grab toys, you can see items with the same colors. This time also including a brown toy. And the other time we see these same colors again is during Mike's dream, where he sees the children and each of them is wearing clothes that represent a different color, corresponding to each of the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza's killer animatronics. Most viewers didn't realize it, but it's possible to see the puppet itself hidden in the darkness among the other animatronics. You can see that it was always there, near all the events, always behind the curtains, with enormous potential for evil, just like its other ghostly companions. Maybe he doesn't have the vengeful killer instinct that his fellow ghosts have, or he simply didn't want to be noticed, because his intentions haven't been revealed yet. But they certainly aren't the best. This next one is a simply mind-blowing curiosity. When Mike is in the professional counseling office after beating someone up at his last security job, he's talking to Steve Raglan, a fake name that William Afton uses. And when he says Mike's name, he stops before mentioning his last name. This indicates that at that moment, he discovered who Mike really was, as he knew that Schmidt was exactly the last name of the boy he killed 10 years earlier. Garrett. In fact, more than that, a theory that makes complete sense suggests that Mike is also William's son and Vanessa's brother. For this reason, William would have been surprised by his last name. This would indicate that at some point, the Schmidt family gained custody of Mike when he was very young. And Garrett's death wouldn't have been random, but rather William's revenge, taking a child from the family that had taken his own son. This would explain some things and tie up some loose ends, but it would create several other questions. But that's something we'll only really find out in an upcoming FNAF movie. These 15 curiosities are eerie, and some of them are even mind-boggling, despite being scary.
Okay, and that was weird.
We're excited for the FNAF movie to come out. Here are some movies that you can watch to get you even more excited for when the FNAF movie finally releases. The Banana Splits movie. A family go and see a live recording of the Banana Splits TV series, and suddenly the animatronics go haywire and start a killing spree of everyone in the studio. The Hug. This is a short film, and the animatronic is in a pizza arcade, and the animatronic seems to be out of order until a young child named Aiden goes up and gives the animatronic a hug. And something that's cool about this is that the animatronic is actually one of the old Billy Bob animatronics. And how could I talk about movies that will get you excited for FNAF if I didn't mention Willy's Wonderland? His car breaks down outside of Willy's Wonderland, and he agrees to clean an old family centre full of these animatronics in exchange for repairs on his car, and things get really weird. Have you guys seen any of these? And make sure to follow me.
No. Credit to all the YouTubers. And this one too. Ah! You're insane. You're insane. Oh! No. Okay, let's see. Okay, no. Enough.
Foxy is one of FNAF's most popular characters, and one of the reasons why is because his very unique jump scares in the FNAF movies. In FNAF 1, he's the only animatronic you can visibly see moving towards your office before he jump scares you. But why is he the only animatronic to run to jump scare you in the FNAF series? Well, there's actually a reason why he does that. Now, many FNAF fans say that it's because the soul that possesses Foxy died while he was running, but that's only a fan theory. It doesn't have much evidence supporting it. But this theory I have behind why he runs actually has evidence supporting it. In FNAF 2, to get rid of Withered Foxy, you have to flash your flashlight at him, which causes him to go away. So I think the reason Foxy hides behind Pirate's Cove and then runs down the hallway to attack you is so he can avoid light irritating him. Foxy is one of FNAF's most popular characters, and one of the reasons why...
How old are you in FNAF 4? Sorry. How old are you in FNAF 4? Not that much. I'm sorry. Why does Foxy sing in FNAF 1? I actually don't know, because I've never played it. When your boy doesn't want to see the FNAF movie.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, this is nothing. We're going to see the FNAF movie.
Oh, I love FNAF. Can I join?
No.
Okay, that's all FNAF.
Top 3 worst FNAF jump scares. 3. Foxy.
Yeah, but it's funny.
It's like Foxy is just checking up on you.
Yeah, but it's
2.
funny.
Springtrap. It's not scary at all. 1. Golden Freddy. It's literally a still image. So I ranked the
Ready. Foxy and Bunny. Chica. Got a cupcake. Yeah.
Here's my updated ranking of all the animatronics.
We're only kids. I feel bad for the kids. Not in real life though, because nothing happened. It's sad. They just killed. So they thought that they're killing other people. I bet they can't even control it. I bet they cannot. FNAF area, I bet they cannot control it. But they probably can.
Actually, I'm 33.
Wait, what? You are
Baby, go give this note to your beautiful mother below.
With my Bonnie on God mode on chicken. Ayy! Ayy! Who knew Bonnie goes go God mode?
Oh, cholera. Czy to Freddy Fazbear? Oh, 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 oh. Oh, cholera.
Wee. I think this is the longest video of fun things to do part 3. Well, video. Yay!
I heard if you use this sound, you will get a lot of likes, but creepy comments.
Okay, let's see it.
I heard if you use this sound, you will get a lot of likes, but creepy comments. I heard if you
Wait, I
use
wanna
this
see
sound,
this.
you will get a lot of likes,
I
but
used
creepy comments.
I used to invite my best friend over
I heard if
all the
you
time
use
with
this
my
sound, you will
parents.
get a lot of
And
likes,
their
but
parents
creepy
permission, but every
comments.
time I did, and I
I
talked
heard
to
if you use this
their
sound, you will
parents,
get a lot of likes,
or
but
couldn't
creepy
really
comments.
along with my siblings,
I heard if you
I
use
would
this
ask
sound, you
my
will get a
sister
lot of
to
likes,
get
but
down
creepy
board
comments.
games from recording
I heard if
because
you
they
use
were
this
high
sound,
up
you will
on the
get a
shelves.
lot of likes, but
And when I
creepy
laughed at my
comments.
friend for losing, she
I
would
heard if
look
you use
at
this
me
sound, you will
weirdly
get a
once
lot of likes,
again.
but creepy
Yesterday I
comments.
invited my best friend over once more.
I heard if you use this sound, you will get a lot of likes, but creepy comments.
When we had dinner.
I heard if you use this sound, you will get a lot of likes, but creepy comments. I
And
heard
I
if you
said
use
it
this
might
sound,
be
you will
yours,
get
and
a
I'd
lot
stop
of
and
likes,
fight.
but creepy
I walked over
comments.
to my best friend.
I heard
You
if you
see
use
her
this
head
sound,
was
you will
cut
get
off,
a lot of
and
likes,
her
but creepy
body walked
comments.
like a rotting good. At the same
I heard
time,
if
she
you
was
use
holding a
this sound,
knife,
you will
but
get a lot of likes,
I
but
didn't know
creepy
why my
comments.
parents
I
were
heard if you
scared.
use this
It's
sound, you will get
normal.
a lot
Wait,
of
what?
likes, but creepy comments.
Okay, bye guys.